about what will likely be one of the most popular topics this 2015-2016 season, and that is the rule changes made in college basketball. Aaron, like you said, it is a beautiful day here, and I am on the field where the 2015 Classic is officially underway. The IU Credit Union Classic is one of the nation's premier regular season college soccer tournaments.
What has been the atmosphere on campus this week?
Well, campus has just been completely abuzz. 4-0. That's pretty exciting for us students here. Last night we had a pep rally on Kirkwood, and that was crazy. The band was there, the cheerleaders were there. Everyone is really excited to be here, and I'm pretty sure every student bought their student ticket this weekend.
Yeah, they did. I see.
Martinsville's coming off a 5-game winning streak. With this momentum, along with their size, how have you guys prepared for tonight's game? It is a special season for all Indiana basketball fans as they are celebrating the 40th anniversary of the 1976 National Championship team. To make it special for the fans, IU Athletics mailed this replica keepsake banner of the 1976 team to all season ticket holders. Along with this, the current Hoosiers have a commemorative patch on the back of their jerseys, along with a line of 5 stars to signify the 5 national championships. Before the game, I spoke with Coach Burberry and Rayfield about their expectations for the first Big Ten matchup of the season. Coach Rayfield mentioned that each of the Big Ten teams this season proved themselves in non-conference play, and each of the next 11 games is going to be equally as hard-fought as the other. Coach Burberry said her team improved, learned from their mistakes in non-conference play, and is now looking to get some points from wins. Yesterday, I was able to talk to Coach Crean about managing minutes, which he said is a goal of his for this entire season. He said it is based on preventing injury on his team, but also mainly based on the freshman situation. This means getting the freshmen acquainted to the longest season of basketball they've ever played in their life and preventing them from hitting that wall that many freshman players do to mid to late February when high school season normally ends. Although Crean said managing his minutes is important to him, he also said when it's time to win the game, it's time to win the game. Her team approached this week with a contagious amount of energy, which is clearly showing through in their performance this first half. She said their goal, beginning last year at their season-ending loss at Halloween, has been to make it to the Big Ten tournament. So her girls are extremely excited to open tonight at their home field, surrounded by their home fans. Coach Crean said the players, the officials, the coaches, we're all in this together this year. He credits that as to why he's been interacting with the officials so much during the first 2 exhibition games. I also spoke with Rob Johnson and Nick Zeisloff, and they said their team is focusing on making the necessary adjustments, mainly on the defensive side, and hopes they will translate in today's game. I just got an update from the assistant coaches, and it was just a cramp, so Chris Adoy-Atsum may not be back in the game today, but he is all right. Tim, you've been through this many times as a player, as a coach. What kind of emotions do you go through, does your team go through on opening night of the season? Coach, after 110 minutes and numerous shot opportunities in the second half, neither team could make it happen. What are some changes that you think could have been made to have you come out victorious? You mentioned some of that youth. You have a lot of fresh faces this year. However, you have several returning key players. Who are those players and how are you utilizing them? You mentioned your diet is very important in addition to training. There's rumors that Michael Phelps has over a 12,000 calorie diet. Do you know about how many calories you consume and about how many you burn in a regular day? I'm here with Coach Burberry. Coach, earlier this week you talked about you were expecting a lot of physicality from Illinois. They're offensively oriented. That really has not been showing through in this first half. What are your thoughts on their performance so far? You have had a lot of substitutions so far, a lot of subs that are different types of players that you're subbing in for each other. What are your thoughts on this? Hi, I'm here with swimmer Zane Grothy to take an inside look at what it's like to swim this race. Zane is no longer a student. He's actually a professional swimmer training here at IU. Zane, what is it like to swim a race of this length? We just ended one of the biggest rivals in high school football, Bloomington North versus Bloomington South. In 4 years, Bloomington South has pulled off their first victory, and I am here with one of the main players that pulled this off tonight. Kurt, tonight was senior night. Can you tell me a little bit about your seniors and what they've done for your team? Indiana defeats number 4 Iowa in a sold-out Assembly Hall crowd. Coach McCaffrey described it as one of the best atmospheres in all of college basketball, and Coach Crean said there was no doubt that energy helped the Hoosiers come out on top. Indiana defeats Nebraska 80-64, putting them at the top of the Big Ten standings, tied with number 4 Iowa. Junior Troy Williams answered to what many called a slump after going scoreless against Michigan. The IU football team is bowl game bound. On December 26th, the Hoosiers will play Duke in the 2015 Pinstripe Bowl in New York Yankee Stadium. As we wrap up sports, we are back with Indiana football. IU's redshirt sophomore Griffin Oakes was chosen as the Bakken-Anderson Big Ten Kicker of the Year. He is the first Hoosier to earn this honor. The Greenwood native began his career as a walk-on at IU and now leads the conference in field goal percentage, field goals, and touchbacks.
Now covering the Tri-State, this is 14 Sports.
For the past 3 seasons, the Colts have flown Air Andrew to the playoffs, not by choice, but by necessity. For generations, people have migrated to Bosse Field for much more than a baseball game. Looking back to June 17, 1915, the first of many memories were made here as the official opening of the ballpark in the heart of Evansville. Now closer to home, Indiana has joined their Kentucky counterparts, starting up preseason this week. While there are plenty of familiar faces back on head coach Mike Gable's modern-day squad, the stage they're prepping on is quite different. The Wildcats have a new turf field, replacing the old grass surface.
Hey Hoosier fans, it's officially football season here in Bloomington, Indiana. I'm Kelsey Lane.
And I'm Olivia Deweese. We all know there's much more to game day than just what happens here on the field.
We're here to take you on a tour of campus to show you just how we do game day here in Hoosier Nation. Let's check it out. It's no secret that Indiana's campus is one of the best parts about Bloomington.
Take a look as we make our way through IU and talk to students about IU football and what it means to be a Hoosier. It's a special time here in Bloomington. It's Homecoming 2015. I'm Olivia Deweese.
And I'm Kelsey Lane.
Today, the stands are filled with lots of alumni and tons of Hoosier pride.
Hey Hoosier fans, it's Olivia Deweese here with Hoosier Field Pass in Yankee Stadium. Watch Indiana as they fight to defeat the Blue Devils in the 2015 New Era Pinstripe Bowl.
Indiana defeats number 4 Iowa in a sold-out Assembly Hall crowd. Coach McCaffrey described it as one of the best atmospheres in all of college basketball, and Coach Crean said there was no doubt that energy helped the Hoosiers come out on top.